Good evening, everyone. So without further ado, I have a bunch of questions that I would like to ask the students. Any of them can answer them. My first question is, what were the basic differences did you find where this highly interactive pedagogy that was used? Of course, the course was run in a virtual mode, but using these active learning pedagogy, what were the main differences you found from the typical way of didactic lectures?
So in high school, the approach of teaching was basically marks based. So basically, like instead of like skill building, so teachers were basically focused on getting the student marks. Also, the classroom almost consisted of like 45 students. So the interaction in between the students was not that great. The students were like allowed to ask questions, but like the structure of the course was such that only the teacher like explained things and did everything. The interaction among the students was very less. In HS 191, the course was very interactive. So there were almost 30 students. So it was very open-ended session. In HS 191, the instructors, what they taught to us, like they were basically like skills that were instructed to us, so which would have long-term benefits, like communicating with our colleagues or writing to some CEO of a company, like how to write a proper email. The instructors were more focused on like building the skills in the students. Also, like the breakout room activities, which was a very unique approach for like increasing the interaction among the students. This helped the students in breaking the communication barriers in between them, because like the students are from different states, from different cities with different backgrounds. So these breakout rooms, like each and every one of us to communicate with each other fluently. So I feel like the HS19 course was brilliantly designed, and I can really say this on behalf of all the students.
Thank you very much. So I know you mentioned in your response that students came from different states in India with different backgrounds, basic knowledge of English in terms of grammar, presentation, language skills. I believe we took special effort to have these courses developed for people who may have been less proficient in the language skills, with others who were average skills, and a group that would have more proficient skills. Did you find the differentiation helpful?
I have observed that there were some students who struggled in communicating with others. They couldn't speak English fluently, certainly communicate on a better level than they used to before.
Also, sir, to add on to Aditya's points, during our classes, there were slides that were presented to us, and there was constructive feedback given on the slides itself on how to improve the way we think regarding a particular grammar topic or something like that. And also, all the friends together, we used to help someone who did not understand a particular word, or say he wasn't well versed with English. So we used to push his limits, and that's how all of us got a positive result from the course.
Yes, sir. Even there are people who are very much awkward in speaking in English. The instructor at the college, they personally talked to them and interacted with them, and actually what are the major challenges they are facing, and they help them in resolving all those challenges, and now they are able to speak in English and interact with others with much confidence.
This English course helped us like interact with our friends and peers. Like there were many who were not able to, they were shy, were not able to communicate with others. So breakout rooms helped us to communicate with them. And when we were on campus, we could easily talk to them and make friends. And we could get feedback on our assignments and what we are writing.
It helped students to greatly enhance their self-confidence. That's remarkable. That is definitely one of the advantages of developing enhanced essential soft skills. I've heard everyone talk about breakout rooms. How useful were the breakout rooms?
Yes, as per my personal experience, I was somewhat introvert, but breakout rooms helped me to interact with all my friends, as this was online mode. So making new friends breakout rooms helped me to interact with each other.
Actually, sir, as you said in the previous question, what was the use of the breakout room? So during breakout rooms, we could interact with people from our section. And over the course of a 1 month, when we had our HS 191 course, I interacted with almost everyone from my section. So when the classes were being held offline or when we came to campus, the transition from the online mode to the physical mode was pretty smooth because we had already interacted with people virtually. So we knew about them, we knew about where they are from, and we knew about their interests. And so it was easy for us to communicate with them even in an offline mode. So that transition, I would say, was pretty smooth.
I do have a few questions for the faculty. What do you think was the impact of this pedagogy?
So breakout room activities, which students really like, was part of the project, in which students can learn from each other and then help each other so that they can grow together. So I think that component had been missing in the traditional classroom, and then there was only one directional instruction going on. But now in our classroom, we are highly interactive. And I believe, although this communication courses aim for critical thinking development, but that only grows on the ground of curiosity and confidence. That was the main focus in the very first course, to nurture the students, engaging them in the intriguing and thought-provoking materials and activities so that they can empower and then they can have a better learning opportunities. And then I think that could be the way to help them growing the soft skills themselves. So I'm very happy as an instructor to see how students grow. So at times when I see them writing an email for negotiation, when they want to ask for something, or if they want to request something from me, I'm very touched and moved by how well they write. So I feel very happy about it, and then that really boosts my relationship with the students as well. And I believe Manasi would have felt the same.
First of all, the format was very well defined. It was also predictable in the sense students knew that there'll be 2 learnings and 2 breakout rooms, and that helped them kind of fit into the module very freely. At the same time, when we look at the choice of topics or the examples that were discussed, they were very new every time. So there's always a component of excitement as to what's going to happen today in the class. Also, the choice of topics that students could opt for while writing their essays, that was a point of excitement as well for students, because they were allowed to choose what they want to write about. And there was no, though the format was very well defined and the rubric was very, very detailed out, still the choice of topics or what they want to express was open-ended. Also, I felt that the format allows the students to fail early and build upon their essays, and by the time they submit it, they're quite confident about what they're submitting and what they're getting evaluated for. So I think that's one thing that I think also is one of the design principles, that you fail early, improve, and then you save a lot of effort in the process.
Did you feel that this course gave you more stress, less stress, or it didn't make a difference in terms of grading, as probably comparable to any other conventional courses that you have taken?
So actually, this course gave us no stress at all because it wasn't very academically intensive. So we had to just pen down our thoughts or pen down what we feel about a particular topic or something like that. So this happened naturally. So you don't have to sit and you have to invest your energy into this and force yourself. This happened pretty naturally. And so I would say that this course was less stressful.
Yes, even I agree that this course, the course was not at all stressful, because after all the grades did not matter, because all the editing in the we gone through the revising and editing cycles of multiple times, and the other peers help us to do that. So after the end of the day, it was all their efforts combined with ours. So grade was not at all a matter in this regard.
Now that you have moved over into the second course, do you feel that this is allowing you to even further enhance your skills in communicating? I believe in addition to writing, there is also an aspect of verbal or oral presentation. Is that correct?
Certainly. This course, the current course, the second communication course, consists of 4 modules. And then we completed the second module, and the next module, module 3, will be of persuasion and public speaking, actually. Yeah.
That is also a very important aspect, because I think it is equally important in the business world that not only do you have to write your your proposal or your results, but you also have to pitch that to your team. From the faculty standpoint, did you feel that the grading system was any different?
They were confident because they're building it up and because they were getting time to discuss it. So I don't think grading was too much of a stress on the students at all, because they knew also the rubric provided them the feedback. And also we made it a point that in some of the students, some cases, we provide personal feedbacks to students if the mistake is getting repeated again and again. Or
if I can add one thing onto what Manasi said, since rubrics serve 2 purposes, one is because the rubrics are shared with the student in advance when there was an instruction posted along with the rubrics. So these rubrics first serves the purpose of providing our expectations to the students. So they can know better about what we are expecting from the student performance. And then second, to students get very familiar with the rubrics. These components of the rubrics are already embedded in our lessons. So the instructors, by the time when they are using the rubrics for grading the assignments, I believe even the new instructors might have had quite a good knowledge about the rubrics.
Any final comments?
Yeah, I've been so happy to watch a student grow, gradually improving their writing skills, and then I'm thinking of what is the best way to keep them writing after this course. It may not be about like academic writing per se, but perhaps a student can communicate themselves better with the outside of the world in terms of the writing blogs, or opening a YouTube channel, or in many ways, so that they can communicate with more people in a professional way.
Continue on your journey. If your communication skills are enhanced, believe me, in the years to come, in the decades to come, you will benefit not only yourself, but you'll also find that it'll help you to enhance your self-confidence. Thank you very much for joining and taking the time out of your busy schedules.